Hello and welcome to all of you joining in from all around the world on www.thepapare.com. We are from the Henry Pedri Stadium where the two semi-finals will be worked off for the Papare Basketball Championship 2016. St. Thomas's College taking on Stella in the first game. Both these teams have been unbeaten so far, becoming group leaders and qualifying for the first game, and the second game will be Royal College taking on St. Joseph's College. Again, two unbeaten teams coming into the tournament, winning all their group games, topping their groups. It's going to be an exhilarating semi-final affair. Pictures coming into you live on www.thepapare.com. Alright, now we have Lelum Mahakumar, our very own journalist down there with the two captains to have a word. So we will cross over to Lelum. Over to you, Lelum.
Thank you very much, Sudarshan. Henry Pedri Basketball Complex, the first semi-final of the Papare Basketball Champion 2016. We have with us Adrian Guruvardhana, captain of St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. Adrian, welcome on thepapare.com. You had a pretty easy win against Lice International Bottle, a pretty comfortable win, I might say. And you're meeting Stella College for the first time in this tournament. How's the confidence and preparations going into the semi-final?
Yeah, so our team has been practicing really hard for this tournament, and I think all our players are well and ready for this tournament to be played. We are ready to beat Stella in this semi-final, and we are pretty confident that we can do it.
Well, thank you, Adrian. And any changes in the team, any changes in the first five, any injuries?
There are a few injuries here and there, but as far as I know, the first five is remaining the same, and it will remain the same.
Thank you, Adrian, and wishing you all the very best for the first semi-final. Thank you for joining with us. And now we have with us Shanuka Dialvis, captain of Stella College, Negombo. You had a pretty easy win against St. Benedict's as well, a comfortable win, and you're meeting St. Thomas's for the first time in this tournament. So how's the confidence and how's the preparations for the semi-final?
Actually, we practiced well for this game, and the last game was really easy, and we tried to making those mistakes in this game.
Shanuka, any changes in the team, any changes in the first five, any injuries?
Yeah, we got sub number 91 to the first five to the number 12. Yeah, so that's all.
So yes, thank you very much, Shanuka. I'm wishing you all the best for the first semi-final. So the news is Stella College has one change in their substitution list. Number 91, jersey number 91 will be moved up to the starting list. Over to you, Sudarshan.
Thank you very much, Lelum. There you go, the news from the two captains. Both of them very confident, having coming to the semi-finals unbeaten. Just one change from the Stella team, and St. Thomas is unchanged from the quarterfinals. What we're going to do now is to go for a quick commercial break, and when we're back, we will be ready with the action.
Jackson Anthony Cinema Nirvana address Then Dialogue Television 7th Circuit Channel say
Bullet dekak ඇති එකක් ඔය ඔලුවට අනික මගේ ඔලුවට address
Dialogue Television introduces Dialogue TV Go, now on your smart device. Anytime, anywhere, any network. Choose from over 40 channels with features like Rewind and Catch Up TV for absolutely free. Download the Dialogue View app on your Android device and click on Dialogue TV Go. or search for Dialog TV Go on your iOS device and click Get to download. Your favorite show wherever you go. Dialog Television, Sri Lanka's #1 television experience.
Super Rugby on Setanta Sports. All 9 ties from round 16 live, including the Blues meet the Brumbies.
They must go in, they do! The Blues!
The Waratahs entertain the Hurricanes in Sydney.
Ralph Alau's on the gallop, and he goes! That's a try!
And the Jaguars welcome the Highlanders to Buenos Aires.
Lamavini will take it all the way.
Super Rugby round 16. Watch every game on Setanta.
To activate this channel, use the Dialog Self-Care app or type on space your Dialog Television account number, space channel number and SMS to 679 from your Dialog mobile or 0770 679 679 from any other mobile network.
Hello and welcome back on www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, bringing you the live and exclusive action of the first semi-final in the Papare Basketball Championship 2016. St. Thomas's College taking on Marisala College Nigambo. St. Thomas's College, of course, they are unbeaten in this tournament as it, and the most important factor is that all these 4 teams who are in the semi-final stage are unbeaten. They were the group champions of their respective groups, and now they've won all their quarter-final matches and qualified into the semi-final stage. So it's 4 teams, 4 unbeaten teams who's going to go away. One team will definitely bid farewell to the tournament together with another team who's playing in the second semi-final. So 2 teams will go away from this tournament today after the 2 semi-finals, and on 17th the 2 teams who are winning this 2 semi-finals will go on for the championship finals to be played on the 17th of July 2016. And Richie, if you're just joining us live from anywhere around the globe, we are live from Henry Pedris Basketball Complex, bringing you the live action of the Papare Basketball Championship 2016. It's the first semi-final. St. Thomas's College taking on Marisala College. St. Thomas's beat Lycée International School Water in their first quarter final with a pretty much comfortable win. And Maristella College, on the other hand, beat St. Benedict's College Cotaina and another comfortable victory. This is the first time these two teams are meeting in this tournament, but prior to this, in the National Schools Tournament, St. Thomas's lost to Maristella College. So Maristella will have that added advantage. And speaking to both the captains just before the tournament, rather just before the warm-ups, both the captains are pretty confident that both they can drive their teams off to victory at the semi-final. Two teams will go away, two teams will qualify. And talking about the Maristella College team card, starting off with wearing jersey number 5 Kavin Pathiraja, wearing jersey number 11 Shanuka D. Alvis, that's the skipper. Wearing number 14 is Ronald Pereira, wearing number 30 is Pasindu Dineth, and wearing number 91 is Praveen Alvis. That's the one change that the captain mentioned, that Praveen Alvis is brought up to the first 5. That's the Maristella team card, the starting 5 for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's the first semi-final of the ThePapare Basketball Championship. Live and exclusive on ThePapare.com. Speaking about St. Thomas's College, one of the clear favourites in this tournament, starting off with number 5 Chenuka Kasturi Arachi, wearing number jersey 6 Adrian Gunawardhan, the skipper, and wearing number 10 is Tarusha Elavala, wearing number 11 Kanishka Kataparachi, a youngster, and wearing number 12 jersey is Shevon Pereira. That's the team card for St. Thomas's College Mount Lavinia. The starting lineup, the first 5 for the Thomians, and wearing red and white are the Maristella College Nigambu boys, coming all the way from Nigambu. And on your screen right now are the Thomians, wearing a black and blue kit today. One of the clear favourites in this tournament. They beat Lycée International School Vartala with a comfortable victory in their quarter-final match, which concluded on Wednesday, the third quarter-final. A comfortable and easy victory, and both these teams are unbeaten, mind you. So two teams will walk away at the end of the day. And on your screen, there you go. I told you they'll be wearing red and white. Maristella College Nigambu coming up the ranks this year after a disappointing season last year. They had to move away in the group stages during the last season, the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016. And reminding you about the upcoming matches, the third place matches will be played tomorrow here at Henry Pedris Basketball Complex. The girls' third place will commence at 3:45 p.m. while the boys' third place, the losers of these two matches, will play tomorrow for the third place at 5:45 p.m. on the dot. And on Sunday, the championship finals, the grand finale of the ThePapare Basketball Championship, will commence at 3:45 p.m. Once again, sharp on 3:45 p.m. That will be the girls' championship finals played between Good Shepherd Convent and St. Joseph's Girls' School Nugegoda, while the winners of today's two matches will play for the championship finals of boys at 5:45 p.m. on the dot on Sunday here at Henry Pedris Basketball Complex. And the second semi-final, which is happening right after this match between Royal College and St. Joseph's College, is going to be an cracker of a match. You just got to sit down on your laptop screen and watch that match, because St. Joseph's beat the defending champions Asian International School in overtime after a very close and a nail-biting match. And Royal College really came back from the trailing from the second quarter, rather this first half, and won the game in the second half, beating Anand College, clear favourites of this tournament. They were the runners-up of Group B, playing their preliminary round matches at St. Peter's College, and they just bid farewell to the tournament in the fourth and the final quarter-final, which was played against Royal College again on Wednesday, as Royal College came back from behind, trailing the game in the first half, and with a robust second half performance, they just edged out the Anandians and went on to a very comfortable win at the end. So the match between Anand and St. Joseph's, which is going to be live streamed right after this match, is going to be a very interesting match, because both the teams won their respective quarterfinals after thrillers, after nail-biting encounters. So they will carry that pressure, that hype and that momentum right on to this semi-final game So do stay tuned on ThePapare.com, ladies and gentlemen, because we will be bringing you the live action right after this match. That is 5:45 sharp on the dot. You can catch the live action of the second semi-final in the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016. With the sole motive of redefining schools basketball, ThePapare.com coming forward and extending its services just beyond the media responsibilities, beyond just covering a sport and putting up an article and whatnot, extending the services towards the development of the sports. The first initiative coming on to the basketball sport, going and finding potential and developing them and bringing up to the national stage, only with the sole motive of redefining schools basketball. And on the background, there you go, you hear the applaud of the supporters, exciting supporters for St. Thomas's on your screen right now. Yes, those are the St. Thomas's supporters, the Thomian parents and their relatives and the fans coming in numbers to Henry Pedris Basketball Complex today to cheer this Thomian team who's really made a mark in this tournament. They're unbeaten as yet, and they've played some really terrific basketball throughout. And it'll be a real challenge because both these teams are meeting for the first time in this tournament. But in the National Schools Tournament, Maristella College did have the advantage over the Thomians, as St. Thomas's College lost by a couple of points and had to taste defeat. It's all set here. Schoolboys coming to watch this fixture, supporting their schools all the way from Negombo. Maristella College Negombo boys coming off. A reminder, you can always log on to our ThePapare Basketball Championship Hub, which is on our website www.thepapare.com/TP Basketball 2016 is the address that you should just type on your web browser for our hub, where you can find the highlights of all the matches that were live streamed. That is from the four quarterfinals and the two semi-finals today, the third place and the final. All those highlights will be up on the hub, and you can find the match replays and of course all the match reports, the articles, the previews, the teams, the fixtures, everything about the ThePapare Basketball Championship. The one-stop shop for the ThePapare Basketball Championship is the ThePapare Basketball Championship Hub on www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. There you go, that's the final team huddle just before the game for Maristella College Negombo. Samantha Kandegedara, the coach, wearing a white t-shirt. You can see he's instructing his players. Assistant coach for today, an experienced campaigner, and that's the Thomians boys from Mount Lavinia getting their final lecture from the coach, adjusting themselves, getting it onto the nerves. It's all set here to start the first semi-finals. St. Thomas's versus Maristella College Negombo. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us live from anywhere around the globe, a very good afternoon to you, and it's the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016 first semi-final. St. Thomas's taking on Maristella College Negombo. The final team huddles for both the teams going on with their prayers, respecting the religions. There you go, Maristella College Negombo getting up onto the moods, setting it up. And that's the final team huddle. They're all set for the first semi-final of the ThePapare Basketball Championship. That's the cheer and the roar from the fans, parents, relatives, friends from school children coming in numbers to Henry Pedris Basketball Complex to support them. That's the first whistle by the referee instructing the players to come onto the court for the traditional jump ball start. There you go, that's the setup here at Henry Pedris Basketball Complex. In the middle is the scorer's table with the clock. And there you go, the two teams walking up. Another quick look at the first five of both the teams. Kavin Pathiraja wearing the number 5 jersey, Shanukoti Alvis wearing the number 11 jersey, Ronald Pereira wearing the number 14, Malchan Rumes wearing the number 30, and Pravin Alvis wearing the number 91 jersey for Maristella. And it's Chenuka Kasturiachi wearing the number 6 jersey, Adrian Gunwardana wearing the number 6 jersey, Tarusha Lavala wearing the number 10, Kanishka Katiparachi wearing number 11, and Siobhan Pereira wearing number 12 for St. Thomas's. It's going to be Chenuk Kasturiachi together with Kavin Pathiraja for the jump ball start, and it's Kavin who takes a hand. Pravin Alvis finding his teammate. Malchan Rumes starts off with a bang. That's a 3-pointer for Malchan Rumes. What a start for Marisla College. Nigambu. Adrian Gunawardena with the ball. Finds Kanisha Katiparachi on the post. Misses the first shot. Rebounded by Chenuka. Chenuka sends it back to Adrian, but overpowered pass. Siobhan Pereira manages to get a hand on it, but unfortunately crosses the line. Advantage back on Marisla boys. Finds skipper Shinal. That's Ronald Pereira who misses the shot. Kavin Padraja with the rebound. Finds Ronald. Ronald looking for options. Deemed off the defense. Finds Malshad Rumes who drives in. And a beautiful shake. Little pass to Praveen Alves. Misses the shot. Rebounded. No. Yes, Siobhan has the ball with him. Looking for options for St. Thomas's. Finds Adrian. Adrian drives. Finds Sarusha with another pass. Blocked off by the skipper Siobhan. A good start for both the teams. Marisla starting off with a 3-pointer. Ball with Kanishka. Kanishka goes 2 steps inside. Side steps. Fails to get it onto the ring. Pressure on both the schools. Good start here for the ThePapare Basketball Championship semi-final stage. That's Siobhan with the ball. Finds Sarusha right under the basket. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Siobhan. Kanishka with the 3. Answers. First blood for St. Thomas's College. 3-all with 2 minutes gone in this first quarter. Predicting a nail biter here. Ronald Pereira finds Malshan Rumes. Malshan Rumes to Praveen. Rather, Shenuka Dialvis now back to Praveen. Malshan Rumes finds Kavin Padiraja. Rebounded by Kavin Padiraja. Finds Siobhan now on the break for St. Thomas's. Kanishka Katpiarachi with the ball. Goes for another 3-pointer. Connects. 2 out of 3 for Kanishka. Terrific start for the Thomians. That's Ronald Pereira driving in. Finds Praveen Alves. Back to Malshan Rumes. Another 3-pointer. Missed shot. Finds Shenukadi Alves. Skipper tries. Misses. Rebounded by Tarusha Lavala. Tarusha on the break. Chenuka is up front. No pass. He decides to go on his own. Makes a miss of it. But Chenuka Katapiashi for the save. There you go. That's Siobhan calming things down. Calling off for a play. Finds Adrian. On to the left side. No, called off for travelling. Unfortunate proceedings here for the Thomians. Advantage on Marisla College. They are leading this, St. Thomas's College leading this game 6-3 with 7 minutes remaining in the game. Ronald Pereira finds Praveen Dialvis. He was waiting for a pass and cut. Finds Shenuka Dialvis. That's a skipper. Malshan Rumes back to Ronald Pereira. Well, the intention was to send the pass to Ronald Pereira. Missed it completely. Ball will be retained by the Marisla boys. Malshan Rumes called off for a palming violation. Unfortunate once again. A good start onto the game. Was Malshan Rumes who started proceedings with the 3-point, and then Kanishka Katapiarachi coming back and answering the Marisla offense with 2 back-to-back 3-pointers. Once again, Kanishka pump fake, drives in. Deemed off by the defense, loses the ball. That Praveen Dialvis on the screen for you. Finds Ronald Pereira, pump fakes once again, goes in, takes a floater, misses it. Rebounded by Praveen Dialvis. And a tap by Chenuka. What a tight defense here. Ronald Pereira now. Called off for a foul. That's the first foul. There you go. That's the replay. Malshan Rumes finds Kavin Padraja. Back to Malshan Rumes to Praveen Dialvis. An awkward shot, misses it. That's Siobhan on your screen. Stolen by Kavin Padraja on the tap, but called for a foul. That is foul number 2 on St. Thomas's College outfit. 6 minutes remaining. 6-3. St. Thomas is leading the game by 3 points. Ronald Pereira with the ball. Finds skipper Siobhan. Siobhan back to Ronald in the middle. A backhand pass to Praveen. Dialvis doesn't bring full value. Rebounded by the Tomian outfit. Adrian Gunwardhan with the ball. Finds Katapiarachi. A no-look pass. A played miss as skipper Siobhan with the ball for Maristella. Finds Malchan Rumes, a key player for Maristella. Now Ronald Pereira back to Kavin Patiraja. Back to Shenuka Dialvis. Takes a mid-range jumper. Misses it completely. Tarush Ellavala with the rebound. On the break. He would have had some gas onto him or would have been a score. Disappointing efforts there. Tarusha leaking 2 points. Cutting the deficit. There you go. That's a replay. Malshan Rumes. Shot miss. Ronald Pereira counts for the rebound, scores. Cutting the deficit for a point. 6-5. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Stolen once again. Beautifully done by Shenuka Dialvis. And there comes the first substitution for Maristella College. Shanura Dialvis replaces skipper Shenuka Dialvis, who was wearing the number 11 jersey. Siobhan with the ball for St. Thomas's. Sends it deep down to Kanishka. Kanishka finds Shenuka. Shenuka doesn't go ahead with the post move. Kanishka with another 3-pointer. Misses it. Shenuka with the rebound and blocked. Unfortunately, he's called off for a foul. That's Kavin Pathiraj, who was wearing the number 5 jersey, who went up for Maristella College. Nigambu. Shenuka swishes the first one. 7-5 now, getting the lead back to 2 points. Clear favourites of the game, St. Thomas's. Misses the second one. 1 out of 2 for Shenuka. Finds Kanishka, overpowered pass and rolls over the line. Advantage back to Maristella College. That's Ronald Pereira. Back to Malshan Rumes. Thrice a 3-pointer. Way and effort. That's Shenuka. Side steps, goes through. Chips in. Shenuka Katapiarachi judging that ball. There you go, Siobhan. Misses the shot and Shenuka timing that one and just chipping it in. Beautiful proceedings for St. Thomas's. Malshan Rumes with the ball. 9-5, 4 minutes remaining. Tomians leading by 4 points. As Shenuka Dialvis swishes the nets and announces by a couple. Now cutting the deficit back to 2 points. 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Siobhan deemed off by the defense of Malshan Rumes. Back to Adrian Gunawardana, who goes through the right side. Finds Shenuka on the other side with the overcross pass. Back to Siobhan. Calming things down. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Finds Tarusha. Tarusha drives in. Called off for a travelling. Rather a shot clock violation. Good defense there by Maristella College, Nigambu. Adrian Gunawardana with the ball once again. Back to Siobhan. Siobhan back to Tarusha. Tarusha drives on the middle lane. Goes in for a layup. There you go. That's the replay. Adrian getting into Siobhan. Siobhan to Tarusha, passing around the perimeter and driving in. Beautifully executed play by the Tomians. That's Praveen Dialvis, who takes a roll off and answers by another couple. So both the teams getting back-to-back shots here at the first semi-final. 11-9, trailing by a couple once again. Adrian now sending off the vacant Tarusha Ellavala. Back to Kanishka Katapiarachi. To Siobhan. Siobhan back to Adrian. Adrian tries a 3-pointer. Beautiful follow-through, but the shot doesn't go. Malshan Rumes bringing on the ball for the offensive position for Maristella. Praveen Dialvis to Shenuka Dialvis. Goes around. Finds Malshan Rumes. Alvis finds Praveen. Too many Dialvis and Dialvises in the Maristella team card. And another substitution for Ronald Pereira. It will be Dulip Fernando wearing the number 6 jersey coming on for Maristella College, Nigambu. Oh, he's going to put up pressure right up the half court for Siobhan. beats it, finds Adrian. Dulip is deeming the defense there, dominating it. Back to Adrian. Adrian back to Siobhan. Siobhan tries a three-pointer. Misses it off the ring. Rebounded by Malshan Rumes on the break. Beats Adrian and goes for a beautiful layup, filling the right lane for Marisala. And he scores the game 11-all. That's the replay. Malshan Rumes with 2 minutes remaining scores the game for Marisala College. Referee Anton Fernando not happy with that effort. And a timeout for St. Thomas's. That's the clock. 2 minutes remaining. 11-all. 2 fouls on St. Thomas's. 1 foul for Marisala College. Nigambo. What a game. What a start for this second semi-final of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016. If you're just joining us live from anywhere around the globe, ladies and gentlemen, it's the first semi-final between St. Thomas's College and Marisala College. And right now, the story from Henry Pradesh Basketball Complex is that it's all even Stevens between these two teams. And of course, reminding you about the videos and photographs published on ThePapare.com. You can purchase them for reasonable rates. You can simply contact us on our 24/7 hotline 0778227777 or send us a request email to info@thepapare.com. All these matches that you're watching live can be purchased and make that copy your own copy from us. Reasonable rates. You can simply log on to our website www.thepapare.com, find our content services section and order online, or send us a request email to info@thepapare.com, or call us on our hotline 0777-822-777. ThePapare.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. And just joining with me in commentary is Rishan Risvi. Rishan, what a game it has been. 11-all, 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, hi Lelu. So it's wonderful to see the scores are tied here. And like I said, like we're looking at the quarterfinals, equally the players are skillful and there's a very fair enough competitive advantage both the teams. So you can see how tough it is. And it's not going to be an easy semi-finals coming through. And with the proper awareness and the competitiveness from the players, it's going to be really a tough game coming up here.
There you go, that's Chenuga Kasturi Arache getting the lead. That's the replay, missing it, turnover ball, goes for the fast break. Chenuga Kasturi Arache makes no mistake in switching the nets and answered equally by Chenu Reddy Alves. 13-all, ladies and gentlemen, once again, and a lead on to Marisala College Nigambo, 14-13. Half-court press brought up to put pressure in the final minutes of the first quarter. And Kanishka Katapearachi, that's a replay. Kanishka, easy three-pointer, easy picking for this lad. 16-14. Dulip Fernando misses it. Adrian with the rebound, moving on. 1/2. Stays, sends it back to Kanishka. Kanishka double teamed and intercepted by Chandredi Alves. 1v2, but he decides to stop and wait for his teammates. Fine, Malshan Rumes back to Chandredi Alves. Now drives from the right lane. Finds Dulip. Dulip back to Chenura, and Chenura swishes the net for another three. 16-17. Raining three-pointers here in the first quarter. What a game. 20 seconds on the clock. 16-17. 1 point lead for Marisala College Nigambo. Adrian Guruvardhana. Back to Siobhan. Siobhan sends it off to Kasturi Kanishka. Kanishka to Chenuka. Chenuka misses. Rebounded by Kavin Patiraja. Kavin Patiraja back to Malshan, but misses it. Adrian Guruvardhana. Final shot. Misses it completely. 16-17, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the first quarter in this first semi-final of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016, where Marisala College Nigambo is leading by a point. Rishan?
Yeah, it's really exciting game here today at Henry Pedris, and it's not like, and game is really taking a very intense situation with Marisala and St. Thomas's, and now at the end of the first quarter, and so it was a wonderful, exciting end of the first quarter. It's the end of the first quarter and few minutes left to start the second quarter. It was a great strategy by the Stella at the last minute to get a 1-point lead, and St. Thomas's didn't have a way of making the baskets in the very end, and it's going good. It's the both teams they got shooters. Jersey number 11 from St. Thomas's and number 9 from Maristella. It's been a very competitive game, and we are witnessing here today at Henry Page's basketball complex. They're taking over.
There you go, that's the end of the first quarter break. Both the teams walking in. It's all set here to start the second quarter of this match. 16-17, 1-point lead over Maristella College Negombo. Siobhan with the ball, calling off for offensive play here. Deemed off the defense by Dulip Fernando. Good defense there. Now double teamed. Finds Adrian. Adrian finds Kanishka Karpiarachi. Back to Tarusha Lavala on the first position for St. Thomas's. And rebounded by Praveen Yalvis. Good defense by Maristella College boys. Back to Dulip Fernando now. Drives through, finds Praveen Yalvis. Praveen Yalvis misses the shot. And now Siobhan. Siobhan back to Adrian. A man-to-man tight defense up front. Tarusha Lavala going through that middle gap, but failing to get that lead back onto them. Chinrod Yalvis now finds Dulip Fernando. Back to Malshan Rumes. Malshan Rumes goes through the right side. Pulled back straight into the hands of Adrian Gunawardhan, who's on the break now. 1v2, and he goes for a one-hand layup and gets a foul drawn onto him from Praveen Yalvis. That's the first foul in the second quarter, and he'll be on the line for a couple of free shots. Adrian Gunawardhan, the skipper for St. Thomas's College Colombo. That's the first shot. Now 17-all once again. 8 minutes remaining in this second quarter, just before half time. Adrian Gunawardhan with the second free throw attempt. 1 out of 2. Referee calls off for pushing. And another foul. Dulip Fernando wearing number 6 jersey with the ball for Maristella College. Finds Malshan Rumes. Back to Dulip, who's up on the perimeter. Sends it to Chinrod Yalvis. Chinrod Yalvis pushes the nets for a 3. 17-19. That's the replay. Easy 3-pointer for Yalvis. 17-20, 3-point lead. Siobhan finds Tarusha. Tarusha goes for Adrian. Adrian drives, side steps, gets the shot. There you go, there you go. That's with the foul. And one opportunity here for Adrian. Once again to level the scores. 19-20. The basket is counted, so he'll have another chance. And he does it. Skipper levels the score. 20-all. That's how Adrian levels the score. On your screen, the replay. 20-all with 8 minutes remaining. Stolen, but a foul. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. A good game here, a good semi-final between these two teams. Maristella College won against St. Thomas's in the National Schools competition, but this is the first time these two teams are meeting in this tournament. They are the group champs of their respective groups. Chenuka extends the lead by 2. A beautiful shot coming off from the post, rising up high. Now Malshad Rumes sends it back to skipper Chanal, who is back on the playing 5. That's a scoreboard. There are 7 minutes remaining, roughly 22-20. 2-point lead on St. Thomas's College. Dialvis drives, misses, fails in no man's land. Advantage on St. Thomas's College. Adrian Gunawardena with the ball. Dulip Fernando up front, defending the skipper. Beats all 3 and goes for the shot, but misses. Back to Chenuri Alves now. 2v1 and swishes the nets. 22 all. These two teams have been ticking on the scoreboard and keeping a momentum up, a consistent momentum by both the teams, scoring the scoreboard one position after position. Kanishka Kasturiarache. Intercepted by St. Thomas's, but unfortunately they keep their foot outside the white line, and a substitution. Ronald Pereira in for Malshad Rumes takes a rest. One of the key players, who was the ThePapare.com man of the match in the quarterfinal played against St. Benedict's College. Ronald Pereira free lane and drives, but misses the shot. Chanal Dialvis jumps off for the rebound, but misses. Siobhan on the break and tapped cheekily from behind. Chenru Dialvis. Advantage on St. Thomas's here. Finds Tarusha. Tarusha goes with the backhand layup, but completely misses it. Ball stolen by Ronald Pereira, who's going on the break on the right lane for Marisla College. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Kanishka Katapiarachi, who's deemed off. Double team defense there, right up front. And the pressure was set right as Kanishka loses the ball. There you go, beautiful defense by Ronald Andulip, putting pressure right up front for Kanishka. And now they are on for a full court press. Ronald Pereira guarding Adrian Gunawardena. Chenura with Kanishka, but Adrian sends a long pass out to Tarusha Lavala. 8 seconds call. There you go, violated. 6 minutes remaining, 22 all. 1 foul for St. Thomas's in this quarter. 3 fouls for Marisela College Nigambo in this quarter. Ronald Pereira. There you go, referee Bruce keeping the foot on the line. Advantage for St. Thomas's. They have the ball. Adrian Gunawardena, skipper, taking on the point guard duties here, controlling the game. They need to add a couple of points and make sure that they don't leak points in their defense, otherwise it will be a tough ask for them to lead. Adrian with a crossover, drives and tapped away. Easy block by the skipper. Skipper to skipper, that was Shenuka Dialvis wearing the number 11 jersey, the skipper of Marsala, blocking the captain's shot for St. Thomas's. Tarushel Lavala missing it. Draws the foul, gains a free throw, much needed one. Tarushel Lavala is on the line for a couple of free shots. Does well, switches the first one. All the Thomians who were in the free throw line so far have missed the second shot. They've only managed to get 1 free throw out of 2. Ronald Pereira back to skipper Shenuka. Shenuka back to Malshan Rumes. Ronald Pereira going through. Misses it, draws the foul. Easy pickings for the referee. Well noted. That's the replay. Ronald Pereira going and getting the foul. Siobhan Dialvis getting a substitution, going back onto the bench as Kavin Patiraj comes down to the playing 5. Ronald Pereira misses the first free throw. 5 minutes remaining. It's 23-22. One more shot. Misses both, but rebound is with Marisela. Goes for the shot, misses it. Rebounded by Kavin Patiraja. Dulip Fernando for the shot. Sends it back, but intercepted in the middle by Siobhan, who's on the break. And another violation. That's a timeout called. 5 minutes remaining. 23-22 is the score. St. Thomas's College leading with 1 point. The ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016, ladies and gentlemen, the first semi-final. It's St. Thomas's College taking on Marisela College Nigambo. Supporters coming in to cheer your school. Those are the past basketball players of St. Thomas's College coming on to see their youngsters performing on the big stage. This ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016, redefining schools basketball. Rishan, what a game it has been. 23-22.
It's nice to see there's a huge improvement from the quarterfinals to semifinals, and it's a very one-on-one game with individual talent and teamwork. And there's a sharp defense by the Marisela team, taking over a superb zonal defense over St. Thomas's, and the offensive strategy is very well handled by the point guard itself, and they make the loopholes to drive and make the shots, whereas St. Thomas's are trying to play an overload game in the previous quarters to make chances to have scoring 3 points. And it's noted that Marisela has a rapid transition from defense to offense at any time, and as you saw, they were able to grab an 8-second violation but successfully couldn't turn out to make a point.
Ronald Pereira with the ball, sends it back to Malshan Rumes. Back to Ronald Pereira on the left side, baseline shot, jumper, misses it. Malshan Rumes with the rebound again to Ronald Pereira, and now called off for a doubling violation. Ball back with the Thomians. Kanishka Katapearachi misses the 3-pointer. 23-22. 4 minutes remaining in this quarter. Advantage for St. Thomas's here in their attacking half. Finds Kanishka Katapearachi. That's Siobhan with the 3-pointer. Malshan Rumes on the other side. Back to Kavin Patiraja, back to Dulip Fernando. Finds Ronald Pereira now. Over to Malshan Rumes once again. Back to Dulip. Dulip to Ronald. Ronald to Malshan. Malshan drives from the left side. Fails. Kanishka Katapearachi gets hold of the ball, but Malshan taps it. And Kavin Patiraja now going back to Ronald Pereira. Oh, a pass to Malshan. Back to Kavin Patiraja. Praveen Alvis misses it completely. Siobhan with the ball for St. Thomas's, and Praveen Alvis manages to get a tap behind and steal the ball. It's been a no-scoring passage for around 3 minutes. 23-22. The scoreline has remained since those 2 free shots from Siobhan. Kanishka back to Siobhan. Siobhan driving through, gets a shot from the elbow, misses it completely, no rebounds. Pulled off back straight into the hands of Ronald Pereira, who's on the break for Marisela College. Goes through, sidesteps, misses the shot. Rebounded by Kanishka. They have Shenuka on the other side, but doesn't opt to pass. Finds Tarusha Lavala, who gets on to Siobhan, the point guard. Looking for options. The left side is overloaded. Back to Ranul. Ranul passes it to Tarusha. Calls off for a travelling violation It's been a no-scoring passage for a long time now. 3 minutes in basketball is a pretty long time. Misses the shot. Chenurudi always missing it completely. Since he back to Siobhan, was wearing the number 12 jersey for St. Thomas's. And that was a rash pass. Man, you cannot expect that in this type of a game, in this situation of a game. It's a semi-final. You just got to get everything right. Ronald Pereira tapped off by Chenuka. Double tap. Back-to-back taps. Kanishka finds Tarusha to Chenuka, who's going on the free left lane. And Kavin Padiraj answers with another block for Marisala. The heat is on here, ladies and gentlemen. 23-24, 1 point lead for St. Thomas's College. Beautifully done, but unfortunately missing the shot. Rebounded by Siobhan. Back to Kanishka. Kanishka going on for the fast break. Makes a mess. Bad ball handling. Bounce pass to Praveen Alvis, who goes and misses. Rebounded by Siobhan once again. Both the teams picking up some pace. Chenuka takes a mid-range jumper, settling down, misses the shot. Rebounded by Malchan Rumes. Long pass to Praveen. This should be an easy shot, and yes, that's the timeout for St. Thomas's. That's the replay. Chenuka missing that shot. Rebounded by Malchan, and a long pass to Praveen. Easy pickings for that lad. 24-23. Finally, Marisala College Negombo is leading this game by a point again. There you go. That's the scoreboard on your screen. 1 minute and 49 seconds. 3 fouls each for both the teams. 23-24. 1 point lead for Marisala College Negombo. Prashant, what a game and what a start.
It's really nice because players are really diverse and they're able to play at any given situation and positions. And from St. Thomas's, Kanishka and Siobhan, and they are playing at different roles from power forwards to forwards, and Marisala also. But I think today in this game, Ronald Pereira's performance is not much as expected from during the quarters. But I think if he warms up the game, there will be the ability of Marisala to lead to take up the scores more higher. There will be higher chances. And and you saw how Marisala was playing, the way they play against the zone defense is really tricky, where they send more than 5 number of passes to fake the defense and then to confuse them and to make shots. And it's a really intelligent play today here at Henry Pedris.
Indeed, Rishan, of course, reminding you about the second semi-final, which is going to be played right after this match. It's between Royal College and St. Joseph's College, Colombo. It's going to be another cracker of a match. Just like this, I'm pretty sure we'll go on to the last minute, as both the teams came off to the semi-final stage after nail-biting quarterfinals. So they'll just carry that pace and momentum onto it. As Kanishka Katapearachi makes a miss of that possession. Referee Ranil Suranga sending the ball to Kanishka. Kanishka with the ball now. You don't do that, mate. That's experience right there. Kanishka is a fresher and a youngster playing for St. Thomas's, and that's what lack of experience can do at a pressurized situation like that, like this. Pass over to Ronald Pereira now, going through the lane, through the defenders, drawing off the foul. They've been drawing fouls in a very fashionable manner, Rishan.
Yeah, you see when the way how Ronald Pereira is stepping inside is really nice, but he takes some zigzag steps here because he see a lot of space between the zone defense of St. Thomas's to get through. I think Ronald Pereira is now getting used to draw fouls, and it will be a pressure on St. Thomas's number 5, Chenuka, who is the block party in the game today here.
And another experienced move from the St. Thomas's coach. As Kanishka made a mess of that pass, he was quickly substituted back to the skipper, Adrian Gunawardena. And it's a really good move by the Thomian coach. Kanishka lacking experience, but Adrian Gunawardena, he's been playing this under-19 tournament for quite some time now, and he knows it all. He's the skipper, and there is none other player who knows this spotlight better in the Thomian team than him. Full court press once again finds Tarusha, the middle man, to break the full court press. Tarusha, makes a mess of the pass to Dulip Fernando. Back to Chenrodi Alves on the break and rebounded by Dulip. Misses it. 2 out of 2 gone for Maristella. Disappointing. It was just 3 shots for them, making a complete mess of it. 1 minute remaining, ladies and gentlemen. 23-25, 2-point lead for Maristella College Negombo. Adrian Gunawardena with the ball. Tight defense there by Chenrodi Alves. Called off for a foul. Pretty strict refereeing here. 56.1 seconds on the clock. What a game, what a quarter, and what a start for the semi-final stage of the ThePapare Basketball Championship. That's Devanka Gunawardena who found Tarusha Lavala, and Tarusha 25 all, ladies and gentlemen. Once again the scores are equal with that shot on your screen right now. That was the replay. Tarusha Lavala doing what he does the best. Ronald Pereira with the ball. 30 seconds on the clock to 4 half time. Back to Ronald. Ronald goes through the defense. Tapped away by Devanka. Siobhan with the ball for St. Thomas's. Finds Adrian. 20 seconds on the clock. Adrian goes, misses, rebounded. Finds Ranul. And that pass is completely missed. 17.6 seconds on the clock. 25 all. Second quarter of the first semi-final. St. Thomas's College versus Maristella College Negombo. The ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016. Live and exclusively from Henry Pedris Basketball Complex. Adrian Gunawardena once again with the ball here for St. Thomas's College. Deemed off by the defense. Finds Ranul on the right side. Back to Adrian. Adrian takes a shot. Misses it. 4 seconds. Ball back. Long pass to Chenura. Swishes the net. No. Whistle blows and it's half time. At the first semi-final of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016. It's 25 all at half-time. What a game, Rishan.
I think it's going to be a new start, a new fresh start from the third quarter itself again. And it's really, it gives a lot of energy to play such a game because players are switching from full court defense to fast breaks. It's really nice to see in such an atmosphere, and we are really, and actually even I'm personally happy to see a lot of crowd here to cheer these youngsters, and it's a different motivation that brings into the game, and it's so much energy and passion you witness. And it's not gonna be an easy game of basketball here because both the teams share the same values and the skills levels, and also you talk about the coaches. They both are very experienced one who has produced national players, and strategically I think it's a really super game I'm gonna see witness today.
Indeed, it's 25 all, 9 minutes for half time. Players will take a rest, revamp themselves, re-strategize their strategies, and come back on for the second phase of the game. Inviting you to stay tuned on thepapare.com as we'll resume the live telecast of the game right after halftime. And also quickly reminding you about the second semi-final, which is played right after between Royal College and St. Joseph's College. Will start at 5:45 p.m. on the dot. Stay tuned on thepapare.com.
ඔබ වෙනස් වෙලා
Jackson Anthony Cinema Nirvana Address Then Dialogue Television 7th Circuit Channel ඔස්සේ
බුලට් දෙකක් ඇති. එකක් ඔය ඔලුවට අනික මගේ ඔලුවට.
Dialogue Television introduces Dialogue TV Go, now on your smart device. Anytime, anywhere, any network. Choose from over 40 channels with features like Rewind and Catch Up TV for absolutely free. Download the Dialogue View app on your Android device and click on Dialogue TV Go, or search for Dialogue TV Go on your iOS device and click Get to download. Your favorite show wherever you go. Dialogue Television, Sri Lanka's #1 television experience.
Super Rugby on Setanta Sports. All 9 ties from round 16 live, including the Blues meet the Brumbies.
They must go in, they do. The Blues.
The Waratahs entertain the Hurricanes in Sydney.
Falau is on the gallop. And he goes. That's a try.
And the Jaguars welcome the Highlanders to Buenos Aires.
Lavavidi will take it all the way.
Super Rugby round 16. Watch every game on Setanta.
To activate this channel, use the Dialog Self-Care app or type on space your Dialog television account number, space channel number and SMS to 679 from your Dialog mobile or 0770 679 679 from any other mobile network.
ඔබ වෙනස් වෙලා
Jackson Anthony Cinema Nirvana address Then Dialog Television 7th Circuit Channel ඔස්සේ
බුලට් දෙකක් ඇති. එකක් ඔය ඔලුවට අනික මගේ ඔලුවට.
Dialog Television introduces Dialog TV Go, now on your smart device. Anytime, anywhere, any network. Choose from over 40 channels with features like Rewind and Catch Up TV for absolutely free. Download the Dialog View app on your Android device and click on Dialog TV Go. Or search for Dialog TV Go on your iOS device and click Get to download. Your favorite show wherever you go. Dialog Television, Sri Lanka's #1 television experience.
Super Rugby on Setanta Sports. All 9 ties from round 16 live, including the Blues meet the Brumbies.
They must go in, they do. The Blues.
The Waratahs entertain the Hurricanes in Sydney.
Falau is on the gallop. And he goes. That's a try.
And the Jaguars welcome the Highlanders to Buenos Aires.
Lavavidi will take it all the way.
Super Rugby round 16. Watch every game on Setanta.
To activate this channel, use the Dialog Self-Care app or type on space your Dialog television account number, space channel number and SMS to 679 from your Dialog mobile or 0770 679 679 from any other mobile network.
www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's number one sports hub, bringing you the live action of the first semi-final in the Papare Basketball Championship 2016. St. Thomas's College taking on Stella College Nigambu. And we have stats from the first half. Kanishka Kataparachi is the top scorer with 9 points for St. Thomas's, while Chenura Dialvis has scored 13 points for Stella College Nigambu. Those are the top scorers from each schools in the first half, as the final team huddles are on for both the schools. If you're just joining us live from anywhere around the globe, ladies and gentlemen, it's the first semi-final of the Papare Basketball Championship 2016 between St. Thomas's College and Stella College Nigambu. And it's the most important factor that you will notice is that the score is even. It's 25 all, and the game is square between both the teams, and it will be a cracking second half with 2 quarters, 20 minutes of intense play as the crowd roar and cheer the teams. They will take their respective positions on the playing court. 25 all. The clock is set for 10 minutes for the third quarter. The first semi-final where everything is happening at the Papare Basketball Championship 2016. Siobhan to Adrian. First possession by St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. Tapped away by Ronald Pereira, who goes off a free layup and beautifully done. First 2 points for Marcella. There you go. That's the replay off the board into the nets. 25-27. Chenuka now. Chenuka misses, rebounded by Dulip Fernando. Dulip Fernando finding Siobhan in defense for St. Thomas's. Finds Ronald Pereira now, keeping a distance from Adrian Gunawardena. Back to Chenura Alvis, the top scorer in the first half. A cheek little pass to Praveen Alvis. Back to Chenura. Chenura takes a 3-pointer, misses it completely. Rebounded by Tarushan Lavila. Kavin Patiraja steals a bounce pass to Praveen Alvis. A beautiful bounce pass and draws a foul. First foul of the second half. 25-27. There you go. That's the replay. That's the replay. Drawing the foul. Praveen Alvis. What a start for the second half, Rishan.
What a smooth offense by Stella College here. Playing in very calm way, understanding their opponent, and it's at the pass by the Marcella skipper, such a wonderful one. It rarely you see in such a situation. You're getting extreme intelligent passes through the players, and it's a wonderful head start for Marcella in the third quarter.
Rebounded by Chenuka. Chenuka finds Adrian. Adrian to Chenuka and back to Adrian. Adrian now finds Siobhan, who's keeping a distance of Chenura. Adrian in the middle goes for the layup. Much needed points. 27-28, trailing by a point. That's the replay. Adrian switching the nets. Over to Dulip Fernando. All the players rising up high up above to grab that ball, but just going all the way out of everyone's reach and falling into St. Thomas's College advantage. Siobhan with the ball, defensed by Chenura Alvis for Stella. A roll off and still moving. A pretty good defense, crossing that lane. Chenura Alvis moving with his feet, making sure that he blocks the strong side, the strong lane of the offensive player. And in comes Malshan Rumes, replacing Dulip Fernando. That's Chenuka. Double team there. Beautiful defense by Stella College. Finds Siobhan off to Kanishka Kataparachi. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Chenura. Gets a hand on it but unable to keep the ball within him. The Papare Basketball Championship 2016 brought to you by ThePapare.com, Sri Lanka's number one sports hub. Siobhan deemed off the defense by Chenura Alves. Beautiful hand movement in the defense, putting pressure right up to the offensive player. Tarusha misses the shot. Chenura rebounds. Tarusha once again Goes through, finds Chenura on the post. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Chenuka. Takes 2 steps side and takes again. Misses it completely. Adrian with the shot. Misses but draws the foul.
And you have to see the off the ball movements from St. Thomas are extremely well. And always I saw that Kanishka is on the baseline waiting for the 3-point attempt anytime once he get the ball to shoot.
Two out of 2 for St. Thomas's College. They are 29-28, leading by a point. Oh, tapped away by Utomi and defense. Siobhan with the ball there. Malchandrum coming on for the defense, double teamed. Travelling violation on Siobhan. Unfortunate. That's the replay. Beautiful pressure in defense by the Maristella boys. Coach Anton Fernando from Maristella on the line, giving instructions on how the offense should be executed. Praveen Alvis sends it into Ronald Pereira, who's in the middle. Rebounded by Kavin Patiraja. Finds Ronald on the 3-point line. Back to Chenrodi Alvis, who opts for a 3-pointer. Over the board. Misses it. 29-28. 7 minutes remaining. A point lead for St. Thomas's College. Both these teams are unbeaten, or rather all the 4 teams in the semi-final are unbeaten. 2 will walk away while 2 will qualify for the championship finals as Chenuka gets it in. 6 minutes gone. Rather 6 minutes remaining. 31-28. Extending the lead. Slowly St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. This is the dangerous phase. You shouldn't let St. Thomas's settle down as such, because once they settle down it will be a hard task for you to get onto the points. So it's a crucial time period for the Maristella defense not to leak points and to keep up the momentum in their scoring rate as well. Adrian Gunwardana with the 3-pointer, swishes the net. Captain does it. 34-28. A 6-point lead for St. Thomas's now. Malshan Rumes, back to Ronald, back to Malshan. Takes another 3-pointer. Fails with the answer. Kanishka Kataparachi going for the rebound, beating all the defenses, and a beautiful layup and draws the foul. Misses the shot, but gets the job done of drawing the foul and going on to the free throw line for a couple of shots. There you go, that's the replay. That's the replay with the foul of Kavin Patiraja. Substitution for Maristella College. Kavin goes onto the bench with that foul because that's his second foul on the card. Skipper Shinaldi Alvis walks in. That's the scorecard. 5 minutes and 58 seconds left. 34-28. 6-point lead on St. Thomas's. Can they extend it? Kalishkar Parachi misses the first one. Goes off, misses the second one. Didn't bring full value for that possession of drawing a foul. Gets the ball. Missed opportunity for Maristella. Back to Tarushal Lavala, looking for options, deemed off by the defensive Malshan Rumes. Ball stolen. A bad pass. And Ronald Pereira doesn't bring full value for the possession. Once again, turnover. St. Thomas's with the ball. Siobhan slows, finds Adrian. Adrian drives. Referee calls off for another violation. That's the replay as Siobhan finds Adrian and he is called off for a turnover. Dulip Fernando comes replacing Ronald Pereira for Maristella College. Another quick substitution by Anton Fernando, the coach. Dulip finds skipper Shinal. Shinal sends it off to Chenrodi Alvis. Back to Dulip. Dulip on the elbow looking for options. Chenrodi tries the 3-pointer, misses it completely. Rebounded by Siobhan on the line. Adrian, not the best of the passes, mate. Misses it completely. Look at that horrible pass. after that 3-point attempt by Chenura. That's Siobhan. Malshan Rumes finds skipper Chanal. Back to Malshan, passing around the perimeter, creating gaps in the defense. Misses the 3-pointer. They should have penetrated in. There were a lot of gaps in that spreaded defense of the Thomians. Oh, the Thomian supporters are gathering, coming on to the coach. You can see assistant coach Torrendo Fernando just near the post giving instructions. Happening all off camera though. That's the replay as Malshan Rumes goes for the shot and draws the foul. Once again, Dulip Fernando. Unfortunate. Deemed off by 3 players in defense. Dulip Fernando.
I think Lelum at this situation, personally I think it's a good idea to take a timeout, because the St. Thomas's team have gained the momentum in the game now and it's turning upside down against Maricela. So I think the coach has to give a break to players again to refresh and come back on the game, because continuously missing baskets give a bad mental well-being on the game.
Indeed, Adrian Gunawardena goes for the shot, misses it completely. No foul called on anyone as it's a turnover. There you go, Adrian Gunawardena through the defense and knocking it off his foot. A beautiful match here. 34-28, still a 6-point quite comfortable lead for the Thomians. Malshan Rumes misses it. Rebounded by Chenuka. Back to Adrian, a full court press. Beats Shanaldi Alves by a beautiful fake. A backhand pass to Kanishka Katapiarache, who takes 2 dribbles, comes in, penetrates, goes for a cheeky little lane. Misses it completely. Rebounded by Shanal. Wearing number 11 jersey, goes off the defense, finds Chenura, who opts for another 3-pointer. Gets it in this time. Goes for another full court press. Chenura Alves, pressure on Chenura. Shivanka finds Kanishka Katapiarache. There you go. Siobhan once again. Missing it off. Chenudi Alves with another 3-pointer. Misses it completely. Rebounded by Praveen Alves now. Turns around. Finds Dulip Fernando. Finds Malshan Rumes. Back to Chenudi Alves. Misses it completely. Kanishka Katapiarache called off for foul. 34-31, 3-point lead for St. Thomas's. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. That's the second foul on Kanishka Katapiarache. Adrian, intentions were clear. He wanted to send that pass to Chenuka, who couldn't come into the same wavelength as Adrian Gunawardena. Siobhan gets it to Chenuka. Chenuka goes all around and goes for that beautiful shot. He gets full volley now. 36-31, 5-point lead for St. Thomas's College Mount Lavinia with 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Dulip finds Chenura back into Praveen Alves for Maricela College and called off for a travelling violation and a substitution. Ronald Kotuvegoda comes in, replacing Siobhan Pereira for St. Thomas's. That's the scoreboard on your screen. 2 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock and counting down. 36-31 is the score line. That's Kanishka. Sends it off to Yasiru Bimanta, who misses it. Shanaldi Alves with the ball. Sends it off to Chenura Alves. Misses it once again. Devanka Gunawardena comes in as Chenura. That is Chenura missing the shot on your screen. It's Devanka Gunawardena, who was just substituted in replacing Chenuka Kasturiarachi of St. Thomas's College. He's been having a tired time out there, playing a lot of minutes basketball. Ronald back to Chenura. Chenura once again with another 3-point effort. Clean slate for the youngster. 36-34. And a foul. In comes another substitution. Siobhan is back on the playing 5 as Ranul Kotuvegoda will have to sit down. A quick comeback for the substitute player, Siobhan. He would have hoped for a bit more rest, but there you just got to go and do the job because it's all important in semi-finals. Adrian Gunawardena gets one shot in. 37-34, extend the lead by 3 points. St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. Misses the second one. Rebounded by Chenura, finds Ronald Pereira. Goes to Shanuka Dialvis, skipper, back to Ronald. Ronald gets it to Chenura Dialvis, who's free. He opts for another 3-pointer on the rim, bouncing, misses. And the referee's hands go up for another foul. 6 fouls on Marisla, so it's team fouls. And every foul that they commit from this point onwards, it will gain 2 free throws for St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia, because they are on team fouls. 6 fouls in this quarter by Marisla. That is quite a number, something that you wouldn't expect to do in a semi-final game like this, and most importantly on a pressurized situation where they are trailing this game by 3 points, not just against any team but against clear favorites of this tournament. So you have to come out with their best performance here. The A-grade performance is required. Finds Dulip Fernando now. Dulip Fernando getting it to Ronald Pereira. Ronald Pereira to Praveen Alves. Praveen Alves misses it. Calls off for a travelling violation. That is Siobhan Pereira with the ball for St. Thomas's. Finds Kanishwa Kataparachi. Deemed off by the defensive Ronald Pereira. Now back to Adrian. Adrian sends it off to Devanka Gunawardena. Devanka Gunawardena would, if Devanka Gunawardena had opted for that shot, it would have been either a foul. Chenuka comes in, replacing Devanka. That's Malshan Rumes, who just came in for Marisla College Nigambu, replacing Chenura Alves, who's been playing some excellent minutes of basketball. Yasiru Bimanta misses it. Rebounded well and controlled, and on the fast break, Malshan Rumes makes a miss of it at the final phase of it. Will be disappointed. There you go on the replay, missing the shot completely. Ronald Pereira finds Praveen Dialvis, opts for a mid-range jumper, misses it. Kanishka with the rebound to Siobhan on the break. St. Thomas's from the left lane. Chenuka Kasturiarache brings full value with 30 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. There you go on the replay. Misses the shot. Chenuka collects the dirt ball and goes up for the shot. 38-34. 20 seconds remaining. 4-point lead for St. Thomas's. Mind you, the halftime score was all even, 25 all, but now St. Thomas's is leading this game by 4 points. Adrian misses. Chenuka rebounds, misses it once again. Back to Siobhan, back to Adrian. Adrian goes right through, but unfortunately keeps his foot on the white line where referee called off, blowing the whistle. Go for the shot. Whoa. Would have loved to see that swish through the nets. There you go, that's the replay. The final shot of the third quarter in the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016. The first semi-final. Ladies and gentlemen, played between St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia and Marisla College, Nigambu. St. Thomas's is leading by 5 points, 39-34. Rishan, from half-time to the end of third quarter, 5-point lead for St. Thomas's. How well do you think they have performed?
It was a great comeback by St. Thomas's, because even I thought Marisla is gonna pick up a lead against them, but in the situation, St. Thomas has converted that advantage towards them in the 5th minute of the third quarter. And whereas I told if there was a timeout in the game, it would give a good break for the Marcella players to come back. But in this situation, it's still a close call for both the teams. So it depends, but I think Marcella has to stress on another offensive option, because 3-point won't be the only option, though it gives you a lot of baskets. But on the other hand, you have to make sure know that there's a great rebound advantage for Thomas, and they're making successive shots there. And yeah.
And of course, a quick reminder on you about the Dialogue Champions League, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. ThePapare.com brings you Sri Lanka's premier football club competition. The Dialogue Champions League has 18 clubs battle for supremacy. You can catch the live action on every Saturday and Sunday from 3:15 p.m. onwards. Ladies and gentlemen, the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016 first semi-final is being played here, and reminding you about the match that is supposed to be played right after between Royal College and St. Joseph's College, Colombo. 39-34. 5-point lead for St. Thomas's. Very exciting and enthusiastic supporters of St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. All their time have bought so much worth coming on to witness this exciting game. It's the final 600 minutes in operation here. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Pereira misses the shot, rebounded by Chenuka. Kasturi Arachi, who finds skipper Adrian, sends it over, intercepted by Chanal. Back off to Chenura de Alves. Beautiful defensive position. The transition always from offense to defense of Maristella College boys have been really exceptional. They've been doing what they do the best. Beautiful defensive position. Once again, Chenuka answers with another interception, but the referee calls off for a foul. There you go. That's the replay. Siobhan with the ball for Adrian Gunwardana. Back to Siobhan. Sends it all the way to Yasiru Bimanta, who misses the shot. Siobhan with the ball for St. Thomas's College now. Passing it out wide to Yasiru Bimanta. Swishing the nets. 42-34, 8 minutes remaining in the final quarter. St. Thomas's are leading this game by 8 points after being leveled up in the scoreboard during half time. And a foul. Mind you, you can watch the action live on Dialogue TV Channel 1 and My TV as well, and of course again on the 17th of July you can watch the live action of both the finals on Dialogue TV Channel 1, My TV, and of course Sri Lanka's premier sportscaster, www.thepapare.com. Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. You can catch the action on 17th of July, 3:45 p.m. on the dot. Just sit down on your chair and take on your laptop and watch the action live of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016. As a couple of substitutions are being made. Ranul Kotuvegoda has made his way back into the playing five, while Shanuguri Alvis is back, the skipper for Maristella College. Rebounds, goes for the shot, gets the 2 points. 36-42 now, trailing by 6 points. Full court press by Maristella. Siobhan, long pass to Adrian Gunawardena now looking for options. Back to Siobhan. You cannot cross that middle line once you're on that half. Backcourt violation. Ronald Pereira with the ball. Tight defense by Ronald Kotuvegoda. And a foul. 42-36. That's the second foul for Ranul Kotuvegoda. Ronald Pereira for the throw-in. Finds Dulip Fernando, who drives in from the left lane and gets an offensive foul. The big man for St. Thomas's, Akash Dichikera, is readying himself up for another substitution. Wonder who he is coming on for. Adrian Gunawardena goes for the shot. Misses it. But draws the foul. And now he's on the line for another couple of shots. Important points for St. Thomas's to extend the lead and make sure that they are far well ahead of this game just before the final 2 or 3 minutes of the quarter. This is when Marisla really has to come up and make sure that their defense sits straight and doesn't leak points or fouls. Adrian Gunawardena on the line. Gets the second one in. 44-36. 8-point lead. That's the replay of the final free throw. Malshan Rumes, key player for St. Thomas's, is back. Akash Dichikera has something on his neck, a necklace probably. Referee Ranil Suranga calling off. Yes, he's wearing an undervest. Referee Ranil Suranga not happy with the coach. Yes, Akash Dichikera, he has to get rid of that undervest he's wearing. Cannot wear that.
And one more thing, Lelum, I just want to emphasize from my experience, these players are used to play in a very close environment. They are in schools, but that doesn't build enough confidence. And when you're playing in such big stage, it boosts them the skillful levels to go up. And you can see some players are nervous, they are not consistent. But this opportunity is really immense that they have been gifted from ThePapare.
Rebounded well by Shanal Dialves. Goes off for the shot. Malshan Rumes misses it. Rebounded by Shanal once again. Misses. Shanal retains the ball for Marisla. Finds Praveen Alvis. Goes through for the under the basket. Draws the foul. 46-36. The 10-point lead for St. Thomas's College Mount Lavinia after being leveled up in the scores during halftime. 25 all was the scoreline. 7.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Praveen Alvis on the line for a couple of free throws. Misses the first one. Valuable points. You need to make sure that you get these points in. It's a 10-point lead and you just have 7.5 minutes in this semi-final. You have to make every shot count. Misses it. Chenuka with the rebound. Comfortable rebound for him. Finds Adrian. Full court press by Marisla College. Back to Adrian. Adrian on the drive. Finds Yasiru Bimanta, who opts for a 3-pointer. Misses it off the ring. Another foul by Tarushal Lavala. (46-36). Shanal Dialvis goes. What a game. Back again. Ronald Pereira beats the two defenders. Beautifully done by a baseline layup. There you go. That's the replay. Ronald Pereira sidestepping beautifully. Reduces the lead just to 8 points as Siobhan operates on the other end. Yasiru Bimanta. Bimanta with a 3-pointer. Misses it. Rebounded by Tarushal Lavala, who blocked for the boxed out Malshan Rumes for the rebound. Ronald with the ball. Open gap. Goes for the shot. Misses the pass but retained by Malshan Rumes, who goes for the mid-range jumper. Misses it. Rebounded by Chenuka. Missed. Rather a foul. And a much needed timeout by the coaching staff of Marisla College, Nigambu, Samantha Kandegedera and Anton Fernando. That's the clock on your screen right there. 46-38, 4 fouls each, 6 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock in the final quarter of the first semi-final. The ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016. Live and exclusively brought to you from Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, ThePapare.com. Extending its services just beyond media for the development of the sports, for uplifting the standards in Sri Lanka, and to find that talent and potential to bring them up for the national stage with the sole motive of redefining schools basketball. There you go on your screen. ThePapare.com, ladies and gentlemen. We always say that we are by the people and for the people, and we are the watchdogs of the Sri Lankan sporting franchise. It's not just a coverage of media that we give. Our sole intentions is just developing the sport to bring back glory to Sri Lanka. And that is one reason why ThePapare.com has stepped into this entire schools basketball fraternity, redefining the schools basketball culture, giving these players the stage to perform and to go ahead in their basketball careers. The Papare Basketball Championship 2016, live and exclusively from Henry Page Basketball Complex. There you go, a loud Tora from the fans of St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. They're expecting a very important win here today. It's been ages since St. Thomas's won an under-19 A Division title, and finally they have a clear-cut opportunity here. So they will make sure that they do everything here to bring back that title to their school. Adrian Gunawardena with a one-hand layup and blocked off by Praveen Dialves. What a time, what timing is that? Beautifully done. There you go, replay. Just raises his hand and sends Adrian Gunawardena right down the line. Tarushal Lavala missing it. Another block. Beautiful defense by Marsala College Nigambu. Another block by Praveen Dialves. The hat-trick block made. What a defense. Pumping wins. Bringing the full momentum into the game, these lads. A long pass out to Yasiru Bimanta, now drives to the middle lane. No, off the ring, misses the shot, rebounded by Siobhan. Back to Adrian Gunawardena. Back to Siobhan. Siobhan calls off for a palming violation. He has been called off for by the violation twice. 5.5 minutes on the clock. 46-38. A comfortable 6-point lead for St. Thomas's College. Shanal Dialvis faking the player, opting for the shot, missing it completely. Siobhan has the rebound, he's going on for the free. Fast break. Pass was right, but Chenuka Kasturiarachi made a mess of that shot. He should have opted for a neat little basic tidy layup, which he didn't, of course. There you go, now Yasur Bimanta slowing things down, finds Adrian. Adrian calming things down, skipper. Finds Siobhan, deemed off by the defense of Ronald and Chenura. Man-to-man, spreaded out defense by Marsala College Nigambo. Siobhan goes in, finds Chenuka. Easy picking should be, but misses it all the way over the ring, onto the other side. That's the replay on your screen right now. Missing it completely. That's Adrian. Missing the shot. Fast break opportunity for Dulip Fernando. Blocked off and fall down. Dulip Fernando taking a huge blow. That's how much effort these players have put in. How much effort that these players have put in for this match. 46-38. Dulip Fernando swishing the first one. 46-39, trailing by 5 points. Misses the second one. There you go. Assistant coach Samantha Kandagedara giving instructions, clear instructions. It's 4.5, precisely 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. 46-39 is the score line. It's a 5-point lead for St. Thomas's. And of course, a quick reminder about the second semi-final. Royal College versus St. Joseph's College, Colombo. Will be a cracker of a match. No doubt about that. Both the teams are coming off to the quarterfinals after nail-biting matches in the quarterfinal stage, beating Asian International and another college, Colombo, respectively. Yasurubi Mantha missing it. 5 fouls each on both the teams, hence it's team fouls. So each foul committed by both the teams will give free throw opportunities for either ones. Chanal finds Dulip Fernando, sends it back to Ronald Pereira, goes off for the layup, takes it on the halfway line, misses it. Adrian Gunawardena with the ball, rebounded, full court press. Now Dulip Fernando, double team. Adrian Gunawardena sends a long pass over to Yasurubi Mantha. Back to Siobhan, on point guard duties with a roll off, turning his back. Adrian Gunawardena. That's a trouble. Violation. Clear call. Kanishka Katapera, she comes in replacing Siobhan Pereira, wearing the number 12 jersey, going off to the bench. There you go. Praveen Alvis drawing off the foul. Much needed 2 shots, much needed free throws here. Comes in, 2 substitutions. Siobhan Pereira is back on the line. That's the 4th foul. As Tarushel Lavala has to find his seat back on the bench, and skipper Adrian Gunawardena as well, replaced by Ranul Kotuvegoda and Yasurubi Mantha. So it's Kanishka Kataparachi, Ranul Kotuvegoda, Siobhan Pereira, Chenuka Kasuriarachi and Yasurubi Mantha on the floor for St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia, while Kavin Patiraj, Praveen Dalvis, Ronald Pereira and skipper Chenuka Dalvis together with Malshan Rumes is on the floor for Marisla. That's how Praveen Dalvis wishes the Nets. Still a 5-point lead for St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia, 46-41 with 3 minutes and 51 seconds precisely remaining on the clock. Coach Anton Fernando taking a quick timeout, and of course a quick reminder about the recap. You can log on to ThePapare.com at 6:30 p.m. every day for the recap, your daily sports update, which brings you day's news and information from the sporting arena. So if you have missed any of the sporting news that's happening all around the island nation, you can simply log on to Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub and know it all on the recap as your daily sports update. There you go. That's the St. Joseph's coach, Vandima Fernando, and assistant coach Shehan Daniels on your screen right now. Anticipating movements for them coming off for the second semi-final, which is to be played between Royal College, Colombo. Stay tuned on ThePapare.com as we will bring you the live action of that as well. Alright, teams making their way back into the court. 46-41, 5-point lead for St. Thomas's. 3 minutes and 51 seconds precisely on the clock, on the dot. 5 fouls each. It's team fouls for both the teams. Whose game will it be? Who will have the fare to win it and qualify for the championship finals? Siobhan sends it all the way, and a complete rash pass by Siobhan sends it no man's land. Wonder who he was opting to. Ronald Pereira goes, misses. Back to Malshan Rumes. Malshan Rumes misses. Ball with Chenuka Kasuriachi. Back to Adrian Gunawardena, who's on the fast break. Swishes the Nets. Much needed points to extend the lead. 48-41, 7-point lead for St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. Siobhan Dialvis called off for a travelling violation. Coach Samantha Kamdegidara and Andan Fernando not happy at all. Body language on the negative side for them. Adrian Gunawardena, double team defense. Siobhan with the ball for St. Thomas's. Intercepted by Ronald Pereira. There you go, that's Siobhan. Back to Adrian. Adrian Gunawardena looking for options, drives through the middle lane. Called off for another travelling violation. What a game it has turned out to be from half time to this point. It was 25 all, ladies and gentlemen, at half time, and now St. Thomas's are leading this game by 7 points. What a semi-final, a worthy semi-final. Balshan Rumes finds Ronald Pereira, drives off, draws the foul. He'll be on the line for a couple of shots. There you go, indicating the shooting foul. And that's the replay on how Ronald Pereira goes and gets the foul. He's on the line. He needs to make sure that he gets both these shots in. Misses the first one. You cannot afford that with 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. 4 unbeaten teams for the 4 final. For the championship in the finals. Will it be Stella College? Will it be St. Thomas's? Will it be Royal? Or will it be St. Joseph's? But St. Thomas's just gets a 3-pointer in. Easy pickings. Timeout by St. Thomas's. 51-42. 9-point lead for St. Thomas's now. There you go. A loud cheer by the fans for St. Thomas's College, Colombo, rather Mount Lavinia. Bringing it on. All the fans, parents, relatives, schoolboys gathering up to cheer this young team. It's been a long time since St. Thomas's College won an A Division title, on a 19 A Division title to be very precise. And now they have a very good opportunity here to take that trophy back to their school. With a really good team, a balanced team, a lot of potential, a lot of talent in them. Adrian Gunawardena and Siobhan Pereira both went on that tour, the Under-18 South Asian Basketball Championship tour for national duty 3 weeks back. There you go. Teams coming in for the final 2 minutes and 24 seconds of the final quarter. The first semi-final of the ThePapare Basketball Championship 2016 between St. Thomas's College and Stella College Negombo. So far the story out here is that St. Thomas's College are leading by 9 points, as it says on your screen, with 2 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Chinro Alvis finds Malshad Rumes with a 3-pointer, misses it. Praveen Alvis rebounds, back to Ronald Pereira. Ronald Pereira goes and misses, draws the foul. There you go, that's a replay on how Ronald Pereira draws the foul. He's on the line for a couple of free throws. Misses the first one. You cannot do that. You've been missing a lot of free throws, Stella College Negombo. And that could be the very reason why you will have to walk out of this tournament today if you lose. 2 out of 2 gone. Easy shots. You will have to make it. Praveen Alvis misses it. Second chance. Misses it. Rebounded by Adrian Gunawardena. Siobhan Alvis finds Adrian once again. Pass to Kanishka Kataparachi. Deemed off by the defensive Chandra Alvis and Ronald Pereira. And now Siobhan Alvis. 3 people defending that young lad. What a pressure. Chandra with a 3. No rebounds from either teams. Ball rolls over. 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. 51-42. 9-point lead for St. Thomas's. Coach Samantha Kandagedar not happy. That's referee Ranil Surang on your screen, indicating the foul for the table officials. Two shots for Siobhan Pereira, wearing the number 12 jersey for St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia. Can he extend the lead and add a couple more? Fails on the first one. There you go, there you go. Malshan Rumesh. One and a half minutes remaining in the game. 51-42, 9-point lead for St. Thomas's College. Malshan Rumesh on the line, gets the first one in, crucial points. 44-51. You have 1.5 minutes on the clock to lead the game, to draw the game and go for extra time. Whatever you wish, you only have 1.5 minutes on the clock. Yasur Bimanta fakes, cheeky little fake with a beautiful pump. Gets it over to Siobhan, back to Adrian. Adrian goes off to Siobhan with the ball, double team defense. Escapes it, finds Chenuka. Chenuka gets a shot in but misses, completely rebounded by Marsala College. Chenuka Dialves. Disappointment. Complete disappointment. He should have gone ahead. Siobhan with the ball. Misses it. What a game these lads have made out of this semi-final. 25 all it was at half time, and now it's just St. Thomas's dominating. 50 seconds on the clock. 53-45. That's the replay on your screen. Kanishka Katapearache sends it to Chenuka. He does the best. And that's a timeout. Coach Samantha Kandegedara not happy with the scorers, complaining. Lot of complaints coming. It's exciting all over. Coaches, players getting on to the game. There you go, now the referees attending with the table officials and sorting the matter out, probably, as on your screen is Samantha Kandegedara advising his players on this final, probably the final 3 or 4 positions in the match. If they do not manage to lead or draw the game and step into extra time, they will have to walk away from this year's tournament and let St. Thomas's College qualify into the championship finals. Mind you, all the 4 teams in the semi-final stage are unbeaten. 2 will walk off today, 2 will qualify for the championship and have faith to lay hands on that beautiful trophy which these teams are playing for on the 17th of July, live and exclusively on ThePapare.com from 3:45 p.m. onwards. The supporters for St. Thomas's and Marisla supporters, not very much happy faces. They'll be disappointed, but what a game it has been. What a game these Marisla boys have given for the Thomians. They were clear-cut favourites in this tournament. There's no doubt about it. They were a really balanced team, a very well-balanced team. But Marisla College, Nigambo, what a game they've been. They've been also the group champs of Group A, defeating the defending champions, coming off beautiful plays with really good defensive strategies. But unfortunately, they just couldn't score those much-needed free throws, and that is the clear difference of the scoreline right now, 53-45. .57 seconds on the clock, 53-45. St. Thomas is on the lead and the clock starts. Chenura Dialves, you need 3-pointers, raining 3-pointers, double teamed. Finds Praveen Dialves, goes off for a 3-pointer. Yasidas misses it off the ring, rebounded by Adrian. 40 seconds on the clock. Ronald Pereira gets the ball onto his hands, goes for the shot, misses it. 35 seconds. Foul by Praveen Dialves, managing to stop the clock. Strategical play Anyone would do that. 53-45. Fourth foul for Praveen. That's the replay going for the foul. Kanishka Kataparachi is on the line for a couple of free throws. Will the foul of Praveen Dalvis works? Misses the first one. It will only manage if they can edge the rebound and send it down to a fast break. That should be the strategy. No, Chenuga gets the rebound. Easy pickings. Referee called off. Yes, there's going to be another shot. Kanishka Kataparachi does what he does the best and swishes the nets. 54-45, 20 seconds remaining. Praveen Dalvis finds Chanal Dalvis. Sets it off to Chenura, misses it. 20 seconds on the clock. 54-45. 9-point lead still for St. Thomas's. That's the replay on your screen right there. A technical foul called off. Wonder what really happened. Adrian Gunawardene not happy with the proceedings. It's a technical foul. Malshan Rumes does the first one. Ball back to Marisla College. That's the replay. Scoring on the technical. "16 seconds. There you go. The Thomian supporters chanting victory songs. 9 seconds, 54-46. St. Thomas's College, will they qualify? The countdown begins. Yasiru Bimata takes the final shot, and yes, that's the whistle goes. St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia beating Marisla College Nigambu, qualifying for the championship finals to be played on the 17th of July 2016. 54-46 is the final scoreline. Inviting you to join us with the next semi-final as well between Royal College and St. Joseph's College Colombo, which will start in few minutes time. It was a beautiful game. St. Thomas's winning it after being leveled up in the scores at halftime, 25-all, and St. Thomas's came off to win by 9 points. 54-45 is the scoreline. The final score as St. Thomas's College qualifies for the championship final stage. Stay tuned on ThePapare.com as we will resume live telecast with the second semi-final between Royal College and St. Joseph's College. Until then, my name is Lelumem together with Rishan Risvi. Over and out for ThePapare.com, sharing the passion. Check one. Check one. Pira.